Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, Podcast Pete, and a certified high performance coach. Do you need a coach? Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to share with you why people buy from people, not companies. And that's why a coaching experience, a high performance coaching experience, can help you to an abundant life, to a brighter future, because making this shift in your mind, I'm going to share with you a few things to get you thinking. I want you to think about your future. I want you to think about all the changes that are happening, whether it's digital revolution, entrepreneurial revolution, AI, mobile, personal development, and the crypto Bitcoin revolution. All these are coming together, which it's rapid change. Are you prepared? Are you prepared with your strategy moving forward to be able to know every single day what your plan is, how you're going to execute, how you're going to have that brighter future? Understanding that people buy from people, then implementing a strategy are two different things. Yes, it's easier to understand people buy from people because emotion is people. Relationships are people. We don't buy from companies because we connect with people. So when you look at the people on the screen, you can look at Kylie Jenner. I don't even know her name, but she's very well off because she's the brand. She has a lot of ventures going on. One of the main ones is cosmetics. She's the brand. You look at the Shaq. Shaq's got like 30 companies, and he's a spokesman for about 12. He's the personality. He's the person people connect with. They trust him. They connect with him. They know him. And you look at Michael Jordan, because a lot of people will say, well, what about Nike? That's a company. I buy from Nike. No, you buy from Mike. I want to be like Mike. I want to be like Tiger. I want to be like Roger Federer. I want to be like Serena Williams. I want to be like the athletes they promote. Yes, you hear the word just do it, but it's the personality in that company that drives the revenue. I mean, Michael Jordan's become a billionaire, pretty close, on his name, on him. And what's interesting, and it came up in a conversation, you don't know his political beliefs. I think where athletes, people make a critical error is trying to push their mindset on you. I don't know if Michael Jordan is a Democrat or a Republican, and I don't really care. And I don't hear him in my face telling me what to do. That's why he's done so well. I know other athletes do. I think that's a mistake. Everybody can make their choices. But you live your life with integrity because people connect with that. There's another basketball player that is more vocal. And I think it's a mistake because when you're vocal and telling people what to believe, there's going to be pushback. And in this country, you got half on one side, half on the other. Do you want to eliminate half of your potential buyers? Well, that's a decision you got to make. And a lot of them do. And then I look at Ryan Reynolds or Oprah Winfrey. They all have a lot going on, but they connect with people through who they are. So you, as a business, and I always use local. I'm here local in Atlanta. And if you are in Atlanta, you know of Superior Plumbing. They started before social media came really on the scene 10, 12 years ago, or whenever it was. Jay Abraham built the brand before social media. If he shifted now to him being the spokesperson, he could grow the company even bigger than it already is. Because I don't connect with Superior Plumbing. I hear it and I understand it, and he's done a fantastic job, but people connect with people. If he got out there and shared why he does what he does and got his name out there, he wouldn't have to spend as much money as he spends to keep the brand in front of people, because it's 10 times harder to promote your company because people don't connect with it. But when they hear your story, they remember it. I was at a BNI, about 6 months ago, and I was supporting a friend of mine. And the gentleman that presented that day gave all these stats about his company. I didn't understand what he was saying. I'm not an electrician. I have no earthly idea. But he shared a part at the end, and it was just a very brief. So he's making 7 minutes, and maybe it was 30 seconds. I remember that part because it was a story. It was his personal story, why he does what he does. So when you come on my podcast, I want to share your story with my community. I want to amplify your story out there. I want to get to know you. I want to see if you're a person of impact. And if you are, I really want to promote you to our community and get you out there, because we here want to be bold, make an impact, and have fun. So we want to work with people that we want to have fun with. We want to make an impact. And so when I ask the questions, it's to hear answers that fill that need. But you get a free podcast. You get to get on there, share your story. We don't commercialize. Share your story, and I get to know you, like you, and trust you. Now, what I do, and this is why I wanted to tell you that, you meet somebody and you build curiosity with them. They're going to look you up. They're going to check you out, whether it's through AI, Google, YouTube, Amazon, wherever. They're going to check you out. And they're going to see what the online world says about you. Because if you can take them and continue the journey, and they go through 7-11-4, and let me see if I have it up here. I think I do. Yes. If you go on a journey of 7-11-4, what that means is 7 hours, 11 buying signals, and 4 platforms. Now let's break it down. 7 hours. Why 7? Roger Dunbar made it famous. Search Daniel Priestley. Understand his philosophy, because this is what will help set you free. It'll help you for a brighter future, abundant life. Because when you know your strategy and you're clear about where you're going, you get confident and you get courageous in what you do, because you know you have the key to solve your avatar or your ideal client's problems. So I see so many people spending so much time because they haven't prioritized properly. We always say 3 days in one. I practice 3 6-hour days in one to raise my productivity up. I batch my time. If I'm not recording, which I'm doing right now, I'm not thinking, I'm not journaling, and I do journaling, I am on the porch of my house. Not my house, but where I am. But I am editing, talking, or journaling. That's Those hours I do 6, 6, and 6. I have a framework that I live by. When I get up, my morning routine is this. I drink water first. I hydrate because you dehydrate when you sleep. So if you hydrate your body, then I start journaling, get my thoughts out of my brain, get some clarity to where I'm going to do that day or what I learned from the previous day or what I want to just journal. Then I usually will get a cup of coffee, but before then, I will listen to Growth Day. It's my 5 to Thrive. It's a personal development community started by and founded by Brendon Burchard, who certified me as a high performance coach. There's only, let me put it up here on the screen so you can see this. There's only 5 high performance habits: clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. That's it. So you master those 5, you have an abundant future. You have a bright future. So what we do while I'm talking to you, I want to give you the gift of learning. The gift of learning. Because if you understand the 5 high performance habits and then you apply them, and you apply them in such a way that you go through a transformation, and you will, and you could, if you do it right, you get this for free. So we're going to talk focal points, session 1. Then you're going to get into clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Then the second phase, you get into the mastery part: physiology, psychology, physiology, persuasion, productivity mastery, and then purpose mastery, and then a mindset, that high performance. Once you get that, transformation happens because now you're clear. Now you know how to generate energy. Because if you know how to generate energy, you're going to go a long way to growing your courage muscle. And your courage muscle ties into your productivity, because I work on the mental part of it, which energy is both physical and mental. The mental part of energy, I haven't been on social media in 3.5 years. I'll get back pretty soon. But I gave my brain a break. After a stroke, you're rewiring, you're getting yourself back. When you're rewiring your left side, you better be aware of what affects this. Most of us don't have to go through that transformation because they don't realize the taxing mental fatigue they put on their brain. If we just use it's between 2 and 3 hours of scrolling. If you use that, think about what you're doing. Have you ever been on TikTok for an hour, 2 hours, and you go, what the heck did I do? All you did was give your brain dopamine hits, and you just fatigued your brain because your brain's going to say, like it, comment, or share it. And that judgment is done over and over and over and over and over again. We wonder why we have people at each other's throats, because they have conditioned their brain for mental fatigue plus what they want to hear. So they only hear one side, so they don't have grace for the other side. But you end up vegging out because you're worn out. You veg out because you're worn out because mentally you fatigued your brain. And when you fatigue your brain, your physical energy is affected. I'm at PTOT 4 hours a week, 2 days, 2 different days, Monday, Wednesday. And I'm at the gym 4 days a week. I take 1 day off. So I prioritize my health because when you almost lose it, you don't take it for granted. You prioritize it now. When I was at Overture almost a year ago, for almost 2 years, I was at the gym at 5:30 every morning. I missed a couple times when I fell and busted my ribs, and I couldn't sleep, couldn't breathe, couldn't do anything for 3 weeks. Ribs are, now I know why boxers hit the ribs, because when the ribs go, woo, you're in for a tough one because you got to breathe. And every time you breathe, it affects it. So every time you sneeze, it's like somebody takes a knife and throws it in your side. It is something you don't want to go through. I tell you that. That was the only time I missed. So I just every morning, because I stacked all kinds of activities on top of my agenda: drink, journal, go to the gym, listen to my growth day, get some mental energy, because you have to be motivated. Motivates action. You don't just get motivated. You have to work on it. That's why I work on it every single day. Growth Day is part of my routine, 5 to Thrive. So I have a community that supports me, and I have Brendan Bouchard in my ear every day. And if I wanted to hire him, I couldn't afford him because he's $1 million. I don't have that in the bank yet. But if I did, I'd hire him. But I can't afford him. So I leverage it. I leverage it in Growth Day. And where you can benefit is, let me see if I can put this up here. I think I do. Yeah, if you want to try it for 7 days and see how you can leverage the best in the business and a platform of personal growth. After the 7 days, it's going to ask you to join. And you're going to be investing $50 in yourself, which will be the best investment you've ever made in your life, bar none, nothing. Dollar for dollar, nothing even close. Whenever you invest in yourself, it's always going to be the best thing you could do. But here you apply it. So I have two videos, Brendan and another related, and sometimes it's Brendan twice, sometimes it's another teacher and trainer within Growth Day. Then I have 2 thought-provoking questions that gets me to think. Then I put my to-do list. I prioritize my to-do list because I try to get 3 things done each day. And I try to go after the most important, always saying, what's the most important thing that I need? It's never perfect, but it's progress. So I'm always getting better each day. And if I get better each day, just 1%, and you compound that over a year, that's where you get an abundant life and a brighter future. So we have a gift for you. Just go to pkane.me/connect. Let me see if I can get that on here. And go in there, and when you see gift of learning, use the word gift. I made it as simple as possible. Use the word gift. Take my gift to you, the gift of learning. And what is beautiful is the gift of learning never stops giving to you. Because once you hit and go through the 5 high performance habits: clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence, it activates an email. So it'll ask you to join a thriving community of 20 people. Because if you look at this, let me see if I can get this a little bigger. I think I can. Yes, I can. Here we go. We have 10 business-minded adults who want to be key persons of influence, who believe in people buy from people, 5 of our wonderful veterans, and 5 of our future leaders. We want to empower our future leaders because we don't have a future if we don't have leaders coming up that can lead our country, that can lead. Leadership, critical. So 20 people, thriving community, that's 20. Four times. 4 times 5, 20. Okay, I can still use math. Okay, so 20 people live being coached by a certified high performance coach, myself or others that are certified to coach you through a transformation. And when you're coached through a transformation, your future looks bright. You have an abundant life because you understand you understand the 5 high performance habits. We also teach you the 4 human drives, which are aliveness, connection, meaningful purpose, and personal growth. So you learn, so you transform. And when you transform with a group that you're in a group with, and then you can keep doing it over and over and over. You want to put your own group together? Do it. People say, well, where do you make your money, Pete? Give away everything for free. Well, look at Google. Most of the stuff they give away with free, but what they make money on, they're pretty big. AdSense and all that. We make ours on one-on-one transformations. So you can do it monthly. You have to qualify for that. There's only 4 spots in that. Then the sweetest one is the silver package. And it is coached on high performance habits twice a month, and then coached on creative content and your key person of influence strategy twice a month. So you see me 4 times a month, one-on-one, where I guide, push, challenge you to be a key person of influence and practice the high performance habits. So your future looks bright. You're making further transformation. So you can go at it with kind of a mindset of lifestyle, because 78%, and it's gone up 10 points in the last couple of years, are burned out as entrepreneurs. 78%. So let's round it off 80%. Only 20% are not burned out. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're working 15 hours a day and you're doing the wrong things because you don't know how to prioritize properly, you're working still a 24-hour day when it should be 3 6-hour days. You're not batching your time versus reacting to emails and phone calls, and you're getting disrupted, and you're just not clear about your future. Well, there is a way, and there is a beautiful way. So let me go back to this. When you look at 7-11-4, the 11 is buying signals. What that means is I raise my hand and I say, I'm interested. Tell me more. So I maybe buy your book. I'm interested because I'm buying your book. I may attend a webinar because I'm interested. I may attend a workshop because I'm interested. I may comment on your podcast. I may download a video. I may listen to Spotify. And I go through 11 buying signals. And then I see you on 4 different platforms. And a book's a platform. A podcast is a platform. A workshop, a waiting list, a survey, assessment. All these are different platforms. Then the brain just shifts to know, like, and trust. And when you do that, you enter somebody's 150 people they know, like, and trust. I call it a relationship wheel. We all have it, and we're all very aware of who's in that. We notice things they say because we trust them, because we like them, because we know them. And if you, as a business, aren't on a journey to break into that, everything you say will go right over their head, because the brain eliminates clutter. That's why when all of a sudden, I know back a couple years ago, I was very interested in Tesla, still am. But when I started listening to a lot of videos on it and educating myself on where that company was going, I was seeing Teslas all over the place. Now, there's a lot of them out there. I'm not saying there's not. And my granddaughter loves Cybertrucks. Cybertrucks pop up in my brain because she loves them. I've ridden in one. I know people that have them. And it's just an interest that connects with your brain. If somebody else says something that you're not familiar with, like you don't know, like, and trust it, just goes right over the brain because the brain eliminates clutter. If you didn't, look at how information is changing so fast. Your brain would bust because you can't handle all the information that's coming. We average person 12 to 60,000 thoughts that go through their head every day. If you didn't have an elimination built-in factor, you go crazy. So it builds it in, and you're only aware of people that know, like, and trust you. That way you receive that because you know them, you like them, and you trust them. The rest of the stuff goes right over. You don't see it. You don't hear it. And so that's why you as a business owner want to be aware of 7-Eleven-4. You want to be aware of the high performance habits, clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Isn't it kind of interesting that influence is number 5 in Brendan's high performance habits? And the book by Daniel Priestley, Key Person of Influence, and he talks about becoming that online. That's what he's doing because the world is online now. It's a global opportunity. And if you're still thinking and acting local and you don't shift your mindset to a global mindset, you're going to wake up and the world would have changed and you got run over by the train. So get on the train. Go ahead and connect with us. Get on my podcast. Just take the word connect out of it, PeteKane.me, and you can be a guest on my podcast. Let me take this off for a second because when you go and understand the 7-Eleven-4 and you understand that philosophy people buy from people, then you work on your 5 Ps, your pitch. Our pitch: we generate leads, create cash flow, and build thriving communities, period. If they don't say anything, I don't say anything. I don't need to say 10 minutes of stuff. All I need to do is build curiosity to the ones that want what I have. How do you generate leads? We podcast, create courses, and a high performance coach. And I build thriving communities. And I build thriving communities. I high performance coach. I coach you through that experience. I transform you into an abundant life, a lifestyle life, having a brighter future. You got to be clear. You can't get there with distractions. You have to prioritize. So we're teaching you that. So when you go through your pitch, you want people to be curious. When they're curious, they're going to look you up. And when they look you up and they see something, they're going to go on a journey with you because they're looking to see if they know, like, and trust you. That's the journey you want to go on with people. And they want to go on with you. But if they look you up and there's nothing, the journey is over. And they'll just say, great conversation, but that's it. Too much other things going on. Then they're going to go on a journey with somebody else. So jump on, connect with us. Connect with us because we want to help you. We want to help you understand Key Person of Influence, practice the 5 high performance habits, and have a brighter future. The future is bright with the right strategy. And if you'd like to, let me see. Okay, here we go. Not clear your future? Want a better plan, strategy, book a strategy session. Go to pkane.me/SS, and I'll take you through a 60-minute transformation for you. And you'll see if you want to continue the journey, the transformation that's possible. Because the future is bright. There's an abundant life. There's freedom on the end of the side. If 78% of our entrepreneurs are burned out, I can tell you what, I ain't burned out. I love what I do. You'll hear me talking to people on the porch, editing my morning videos, having fun, journaling, watching the birds, some of the bees, and occasionally a field mouse. Gonna catch that sucker someday. I'm not gonna catch him, but we'll have something somehow. Because I don't know. I'm not into mice. Okay. Got off subject there. So anyway, take action. Book a strategy session with us. Get clear on your goals. Understand how to generate energy. Build your courage. Work on 3 mini days in one. Have a lifestyle that you love. Monday morning is the most exciting time of my week. It's the start of my week. I talk to my team. We move so fast. It's crazy. I love Monday mornings. So if you don't love Monday mornings, schedule a strategy session because you'll have fun in our thriving community. You'll have fun in a transformation that's possible. But you got to activate it. Doesn't happen unless you do something. Get off your thumbs and book a strategy session and look for a brighter future, an abundant life, a fun, enjoyable life. I'm Pete Kane. Be bold, make an impact, and have fun.